Hi everyone, this is Numan from Verge core team. I will present you the full Qt wallet guide. It will be in total 2 separate videos. First one being setup and usage, and the second video will be covering troubleshooting, issues you can face and how to fix them. On this video, we will begin with the definition of the Qt wallet. Where is this name coming from? Why it is called Qt wallet? Second step, in which cases do we choose Qt wallet. Third section will be step-by-step wallet setup, and the last section will be about the usage. What is Qt wallet? Qt wallet is a full wallet, meaning it has the full blockchain database and full functionality of the cryptocurrency. Other wallets, especially light wallets, they don't have or they don't carry the full blockchain database, and most probably they don't have the full functionality. Qt wallet is unique on this case because you can access complete features. The name Qt is not specific to the cryptocurrency space. It's coming from this application development software, which is cross-platform, can deploy on all different operating systems. On this section, we will talk about the reasoning behind the Qt wallet. So when we think about the Qt wallet, it is the first layer element of the network. In the first layer, there are many nodes, many computers that communicate with each other. Some of them, in addition to being just a wallet, they are also mining full wallets. Some of them are serving to the light wallets, but some others are just single Qt wallets. So that's why we call Qt wallet as first layer element of the network. It has the full blockchain data. So all these first layer elements, they all have the same copy of the blockchain data. A Qt wallet has the functionality of the validation of new block. If a miner generates a new block, this information of the block is propagated to the network through the connections it has. The wallet that receives this information of new block does not just accept this new block but validates. Another functionality is the transaction routing. A light wallet generates a transaction. Through this wallet, it will be propagated to the whole network. Block routing. After the newly generated block validated, this will be then passed to the next node. Connection routing is another capability. So when a Qt wallet connects to the network, it only connects just several nodes. And then this node will share the connection information, and this newly generated node will be able to connect to the same nodes. So it's kind of a connection routing as well. And in time, you will also see, when you use Qt wallet for a long period, in time you will see that you will get more and more connections, quicker and quicker connections, because the connection data will grow and there will be a lot of connection possibilities right on the start. The second major capability is the full functionality of the cryptocurrency. So you have a console in your wallet, and through that you can actually access all existing APIs that the blockchain provides. The full functionality will only be available on full wallets. So you will not get the full functionality on the light wallets or other type of wallets. The last feature that the Qt wallet provides is supporting the network. You do not just use the full functionality, but you also support the network with capabilities such as block validation, transaction routing, block routing, connection routing. So if your node is open and accessible, the network will get more and more stable. Let's start with the Qt wallet setup. The first step will be, of course, the download, where to find the download link for our operating system. The second will be installation. Third, what happens when we open the wallet for the first time. The fourth step will be a smaller step, but it's really important for the security. If, let's say, you want to recover your wallet or you want to update your wallet. So these two things, your Wallet.dat file and your password, is the most important part of it actually. If you lose them or one of them, you will not be able to access or recover your wallet. And the last step will be downloading the blockchain data. Let's start with the download. The only website you need to look for is actually the official website. This is the home page. On the top section you have wallets. Here you can go directly to the Windows Store Qt wallet, but it's worth mentioning that here below you have all other wallets that you can download. So you have Apple iOS mobile wallet, Android wallet, and you have Qt wallet for 3 operating systems. On this video, we will only be covering the Windows Store Qt wallet. You can also use this tutorial for, let's say, installation on macOS, or for the usage part of it, troubleshooting part of it on also different operating systems. Because I believe most of the parts, let's say, the installation as well will be similar. There'll be of course some differences, but from this guide you can also have some interpretation how to install the Qt wallet. So here we go to download here. After clicking that, this is for most of the people really confusing when if they didn't use GitHub before. They don't know what to do. Normally, it was the same with me. I was also expecting the download to pop up, directly download the file that I requested, right? So it says Windows Store Qt Wallet. Why am I being directed to this website? Just a small information about GitHub. The Verge currency is an open source project. The majority of the open source projects, they have their full code and release files on GitHub. The reason for that is that over GitHub you're able to cooperate, and many people are able to, without having a company structure, they are able to work here together. And you can see issues, you can see the next steps, you can keep developing together with many people. This is also how it's started with Bitcoin, and also with many other open source decentralized projects. When you go to the source code, this is the main page, right? There is also some instructions here. We don't have to go through them, but here you can see under insights, contributors, you can see all the people that, including the lead dev, all people that have been working on this project and which time period. So these are all the supporters of this project. So that's the unique thing about GitHub. Coming back to the link that we just clicked, now we came to this page. It has a tag latest release. The release version is 6.0.2. There are some explanations about this release, what has been changed, but we don't have to go through it. But for us, the important part is the released files, or the release packages that we can download and start installing and using. So as you can see, there are many versions that have been released. For what important is, if you are using, let's say, macOS operating system, if you are using Linux, then you can find files and then just download it for your operating system. For Windows, we have 3 files. The first one, the debug file, we don't need to worry about this. We will not download this, but we have actually 2 options. We have a 64-bit setup unsigned, and also zip file. This zip file is kind of a portable file, so you don't have the traditional installation. So that's why I'm gonna download this file and show you. But you can as well go with this. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit confusing for people that don't know, but it is the same thing basically. But I'm gonna show on this tutorial the setup file. Let's click this. It already started downloading. It's a small file, and let's show this in the folder. It's downloaded. It's the same file name. Let's start with the installation. Let's just double click. Here, as you can see, there's a traditional setup view, and this is the file directory which wallet will be installed to. Okay, no problem. Next. This is the name of the program, and it's just start, extracting the files. All right, next, we can finish and run. We can run the wallet for the first time. So when you run the wallet for the first time, the first thing is the default data directory. It's where my operating system is under users and my username, and then application data roaming Verge, right? This is actually the default data directory. I can as well put this to an external device and don't hold this in my computer. So some people do this. You have basically this option, but I'm going to go for default data directory. All right, after just saying this, you can see that the wallet is opening. So that's the only option that I need to, take care of. And then suddenly the wallet opened. When we open the wallet for the first time, we see this this window, let's say a smaller window, overlay on the actual wallet. So you can go actually say hide, then use your actual wallet. But you can as well get back to this window just by clicking this section. This window is actually showing you the progress of downloading the blockchain. In the beginning of this video, we briefly talked about a Qt wallet being full wallet and carrying a copy of full blockchain. So at the moment, we only downloaded the wallet. But wallet needs the full blockchain in order to operate. So what it does, the first step, after it connects one of the nodes, it directly starts to download the blockchain. One thing about the blockchain that we need to know is the size of the blockchain. For Bitcoin, as far as I can remember, 310 gigabyte. It is a huge blockchain data for Bitcoin case. In the Verge case, the blockchain data is around 8 gigabyte. So you can already see that it takes a little longer than downloading something else, right? I'm going to go through the complete wallet, but in this section, I'm going to show you quickly one thing. If you go to help, you have a debug window, right? If you go to debug window, you have information about the wallet. And here you can see the last block that you have in your database. So the last block number, let's say, is 16,000 something. But at the moment, the last block is around 4.6 million, as far as I can remember, for Verge blockchain. That means it needs to download all the blocks one by one until it gets to this number. All right, now it's downloading the blockchain. Let it be for a while, and we will get back to this, but I'm gonna first show you around. So the first time opening the wallet, you see this is your main display. You can see your available XVG, and maybe there are some pending transactions, your transaction history. You can go to send. You can send to an address some amount of XVG. There is some option to change the fees. You can do it, you don't have to. I always leave it to the standard option. There is the receive option. You can also generate an address. You can label it. You can put an amount with this button. You generate the address. And the next part is the transaction part. So you can see the pending transactions, the transactions that have been already carried out. These are the, let's say, the main wallet views, the main wallet sections. On the top section, you have the file, and under file, you have several options. Open a URI, you can just enter a URI which has the wallet address and also requested amount. Whenever you open this URI, you go to automatically send view, and the address is automatically filled and the amount is automatically filled. It's kind of a shortcut. Backup wallet, we will get back to this. Sign message, verify message is a good feature for message encryption, but I'm not sure if many people are using it. You have here just the list of sending addresses, receiving addresses. When you go there, you can export a bunch of them at the same time. You can add directly here. That's all for file. Under settings, you have an option to lock your wallet. I would suggest actually everyone, whenever you first open your wallet, I would suggest to lock your wallet. Another thing is the options, the options that you can change for your wallet, such as, start Verge Leviosa, name of the wallet, or system login. Those kind of options, and some display options, including the languages that you can choose here. On the help section, you have several options: debug window, command line options, about Verge Leviosa, about Qt. Let's start with the command line options. Here you just have description of the APIs, the commands you can enter on the console. Where you can enter it, it's under debug window, but we will get back to this really shortly. And then another thing about Verge Leviosa, that's just information about the wallet, and about Qt, it's just information about the Qt. The complete program has been written Qt software. That's why it's the information about the Qt. All right. So the most important part here is the debug window. Let's overlay this. On debug window, you can see the information section. Here you have information about your client and where do you have your let's say Verge files, where your blockchain data, your database and wallet information and connection information, everything is stored. It's under this directory that we set in the beginning of while opening the wallet, right? Let's jump to this section and see what is there, right? I can just copy and paste and see what do we have there. So as we can see here, we have blocks, chain state, some information about Tor, wallets, right? This database, I don't know what's being stored here, but the most important one is the Wallet.dat file. Debug file, so if you have some troubles, here you can see, where it failed. Another thing you have here, peers.dat file. It basically stores all the peers information that it can connect to. The config file, we will see it on troubleshooting section. It has some capabilities. You can add some information here, especially with the people for a connection problem. On Tor network, there are some options to disable the Tor network and only connect or clear net. The next section is the network, the connection, amount of connections you have, the blockchain. This section we are already on 315,000 blocks, and yeah, it needs some more until it reaches 4.6 million. And the next section is the console. Here, this is one of the most important sections because here you have the full functionality. You can actually enter. So if I write just something wrong, let's say. I think write help. Okay, I can just write help, and then I see all the options, right? I see all the possibilities that I have, what I can write, what I can, these are all the APIs, all the commands that I can use, interact with the blockchain, right? So it's quite interesting. You can check this, for normal usage, there are only some of them we use. For example, if you want to import private keys of a wallet, then we do it here. Or maybe there are some troubleshooting required, a transaction is stuck, or we did some recovery, we don't see our coins. There are some things that we can do here, some scanning functions that we scan our blockchain and then find our coins again, so you can see the right balance, because sometimes some people somehow don't see it, and with these scanning possibilities you can access to your coins again. So this is really important part of it. Another thing is the network traffic. So at the moment I have a lot of traffic, a little bit larger files being transferred back and forth, because it's the first time I'm opening and I'm automatically downloading the blockchain. And you can see this traffic divided into different nodes, and in total I have seven node connections, and you can see some more information over each node, and and I get from those nodes more and more information about other nodes, and you can see that this is frequently increasing. The more nodes I have, the more node connections I have, quicker I'm able to download the blockchain. The first time we open this wallet, we can see it here, the file directory where your operating system is installed. In my case is C. Under users, my username Numan, application data, roaming, and then we find Verge. Alright, so on macOS it's most probably different. I'm not a macOS user, never seen it, but it's most probably something similar, I would guess. here we have all the information about the wallet, including blockchain and the wallet information. So for wallet.dat file, or for the wallet information, you go to, of course, the wallet section. The wallet.dat file, this is one of the most important things that you need to be careful about. Whenever you want to recover your wallet, update your wallet, the most important part is from your old wallet, you just copy this and save it to somewhere else. Just back this up or put it to a USB, and then you can just remove this. You can remove this file directory and open a new wallet. After opening it, you can go again inside this wallet file and then just replace it. But after you replace it, you basically access to your old wallet. So this is the most important part. And another important part is maybe in the beginning of just after opening, you just copy this to somewhere, and then you think you backed your wallet up. But that's not exactly the case. Some people forget this, but whenever you send someone some coins, or you generate new address, receiving address, and receive some coins, the most recent information is not stored here, especially for sending. Whenever you send someone some coins, there is an automatic inner mechanism on this on all wallets. Let's say you have 1000 XVG and you send 10 XVG to someone. What wallet does, it sends 10 XVG to that person, but the remaining XVG is not left in the same wallet address. The wallet itself, the Qt wallet, generates a new address and send the remaining coins to this new address. Your coins, remaining coins, is now on the new address, and this wallet.dat file does not have the private keys, does not have the information of the new address. This is really important. So it means whenever you send coins, every time you send coins, you need to go here, backup wallet, right? Backup. I'll just write something like 6th of December 2020, right? And just save it. So then it's backed up. So it's not too difficult, but you need to remember about this. Whenever you send something, you need to back this up. The reason for that, why do you need to do this? Let's say you're using wallet and suddenly something happened and your wallet doesn't work, or your system crashed and you cannot access your files, right? Then you can go to your USB stick and find the backed up file, and this backed up file is the last backup file you have done it after sending some coins. So with this you can recover your wallet. But if you didn't do this, and if you have an older version of wallet.dat file, then you will not able to access to your coins, because your coins has been transferred from the addresses that this wallet have to the newly generated address that only this wallet.dat file has. So we talked about the wallet.dat file. This file keeps your private keys, your addresses and private keys. Another thing is the password of the wallet. So we didn't speak about this yet, but this wallet is at the moment is not locked, it's open. That meaning, let's close this, let it close. All right, let's reopen the wallet. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay, you see this file is being generated and deleted, but didn't know it does this, but doesn't matter. All right, it quickly opened. So what you can see that you can access your wallet just by opening it. Meaning if a hacker gets your wallet.dat file, let's say hacked your computer and got your wallet.dat file, they are able to recover just from your wallet.dat file the complete wallet. So they can install the wallet, replace the wallet.dat file, and they can access your coins, right? So you shouldn't just leave your wallet without any password. So you need to actually encrypt your wallet. So you have this second layer, additional layer of security. Okay, so we have the encryption option here. We can just click this, and I can just set something. Make sure that you can remember this. If you forget this, you are done. Your coins are gone. You cannot use your wallet. So either write it this down to somewhere, or make sure that this is something you can remember. Don't make it too simple, because people will try to break it. But don't make it too complicated that you cannot remember either. So the best case would be write it somewhere. Don't put this on your computer, but write it somewhere. All right, so I can say okay. There is a warning: if you encrypt your wallet and lose your passphrase, you will lose all of your Verge. So that's important. You don't forget this. Okay, it will close and reopen again to finish the encryption. So what happens is, after you set up a password, the Wallet.dat file is not alone defining the private keys and the addresses you have. It's a combination of Wallet.dat file and the password. So only password or only Wallet.dat file is not enough to recover your wallet. So you need both of them at the same time. Thought it's worth mentioning that that you always remember your password, and you have the right backup file, or whenever you want to update your wallet, you just copy this file and put it to somewhere safe, and then you can remove the complete file directory. But it's important that you don't, you always have the most up-to-date Wallet.dat file and not just take some old backup. All right, so we are reopening the wallet. Yes. So, whenever we open, we always see, okay, the overall progress is being continued, and we can check the connections. When you first open, you have less connections, but it grows quicker, because as said in the beginning, your peer.stat file is bigger. So it was like something around 190 kilobytes. Now it's bigger. That means it adds more and more information into this file. And now we see a sign here: wallet is encrypted and currently locked. Okay, that's a good thing. When the wallet is locked, you can still open the wallet and see how many coins you have, but you cannot send anything. Whenever you want to send something, it will ask you to unlock the wallet. So that's a good thing. If a hacker accesses your computer, opens your wallet, tries to send himself or herself some coins, it will not be able to do that without knowing the password. There is an option on debug window under console that you can write passphrase unlock. Wasn't that pass? So I don't remember the exact command I need to write, but I can go through this to find it. Something, it wasn't that pass. Oh, wallet lag. Okay. Wallet passphrase. So you can, this is the way I would do it. So you also see exactly how you can write it, right? So I can write wallet passphrase and then just write enter, because I don't know how to write the rest of it. It shows me some more options. So it shows me, for example, you can write wallet passphrase and then your pass here in this field, and that's 60. Right, it gives you like 60 seconds of unlocked wallet. Let's write wallet passphrase, and then this is my password, and yeah, let's do something like this. Okay, so I wrote 600. My wallet is unlocked for 600 seconds. You can also see that this sign. So now you can do all kinds of things on command line. You can do import private key and then add some private key and this kind of options, or export. How can I export? Private dump. Okay, I remember it. Dump private key. So you want to export your private key, you can write dump private key, and then I think it requests your address. Yeah, and then you write your address. Most probably, let's generate one here. Test message, doesn't matter, just request, and then the address is here, right? But we only see the address, we don't see the private key. You can only see the private key here just by adding this here, and then it gave us the private key, right? So basically, whenever you want to export your private key from this wallet and import it to some other wallet, there is also an option to just dump your private keys, right? What I wanted to say, actually, you only are able to use some of the functions just if you have the wallet unlocked for a certain period of time. So basically, always, after opening the wallet, encrypt your wallet, don't forget your password, and back up your wallet, here, or just copy this, whenever you want to update or change the PC or laptop, you just copy this to a USB stick. Whenever you send some coins, keep on backing your wallet up, just copying from here, or just back up it and give this some name, some date. Don't forget this, and use maybe a USB stick for this, so if you have a system crash, you can get back to this USB stick and recover your wallet. So that's the importance of Wallet.dat file and the password of the wallet. So it's basically everything you need to access your wallet again. The last step of Qt Wallet setup is manually downloading the blockchain database. So as you can see here, the progress is about 12.5% overall progress, and it's automatically downloading the blockchain. So according to my pace, I would guess around 3 hours, maximum 4 hours, I should have the complete blockchain. Let's say you have a different connection, or you don't get many connections with the peers, so the download progress is really slow for you. So there is also an alternative option how you can also manually download this blockchain. For that, you could go, put this link into the description of the video, but you can go to the Verge blockchain.com, right? So from this website, you can actually get the bootstrap for the latest Qt wallet. So that means someone already took the complete blockchain, put it online for you to be able to download directly without, letting the wallet do it for you. What we do is basically, just click this link, and then we see here from when this bootstrap file is actually generated. So this one is from December. So you have normal zip file that you can directly download, or a torrent file. Maybe you can get a better speed, but yeah, let's go for this one here. It shows around 10 minutes for the complete download, and it's of course faster than the 3 hours 4 hours I would get from the wallet. So I have already downloaded the file. It took for me around 9 to 10 minutes, so it didn't take too much time. What we can do is just open this. Yeah, here we just need those two of them, and I'm gonna extract it here. So if, you could also extract it directly to the Verge folder, but I'm gonna do it here and then move it back to Verge folder. So as you can see, I don't have the wallet open. Before you do this, you need to also close the wallet. And let's go to C, users, application data, roaming, and then Verge. Right. Here we have the blockchain state. You can just take this and move it here. Replace the files in destination, yes. So it is already replaced. We have the, let's say, the block state from end of October. Yeah, you can also see the dates here, modification dates, or maybe from December. I'm not sure, but it seems like maybe it's already from October. But we are going to see it here now. When we open the wallet, it is going to tell us when is the last block from, and the remaining blocks will be synchronized really quickly. It may take a little more time because it's let's say loading the block index. All right, it didn't take too much time, but you can see that the latest block is from 5 days ago, from 1st of December. Yeah, it's 1st of December. And we can also go to the debug window and see the latest block number. It's 4.5 million. And yeah, the last 5 days, will be really quickly synced. And you can see the remaining blocks, how quickly it syncs the last blocks. So this is basically it. If you don't want to wait like 3-4 hours, you can really download the latest blockchain data and just replace it by yourself. It's not that complicated, and then yeah, your wallet will be synced really quickly, and then you can just start using it. And yeah, now it's done. With that, we conclude our Qt wallet setup guide, and we can move on to the next part where we show usage of the wallet and show you some examples of each function, and let's say real life examples. We will send some coins, we will receive some coins, we will import and export private keys. Actually, we have seen a little bit about this, but we will do it for real, and you will also see the coins appearing. And there are also some tricks to make it quicker, because the standard way of importing private keys may take a little bit longer, but there are some good ways to how to make it quicker. Locking the wallet, we have seen this one already. Some other functions we can go in detail and make some examples. Accessing the command line we have already seen, checking the connection we have already seen, but we can fly over them quickly and see the real usage of the wallet. So for this section, I'm going to have a fresh new wallet, and for that we are first going to go to C, users, username, application data, roaming, Verge, and we are going to remove the Wallet.dat file. I have already backed up the latest wallet file, so I can just easily remove this one and then restart the wallet. All right, since we have erased the Wallet.dat file, the program has basically generated a new Wallet.dat file. We can also see it here. So you can see there is a new file generated just now. I'm going to also copy this directory so I can easily access it whenever I need it. Alright, so this is basically an empty wallet. First thing I'm going to do is encrypting the wallet. So, just a simple password. But in your case, you should of course, take something more serious. Yes. So this is going to restart the Qt wallet. It is going to be first shut down. and then I think it's not opening manually. It's not opening automatically. We have to open it manually. All right. So at the same time, I have my Qt wallet on my laptop. It's open. It has some Verge in it, so I can just type the wallet address from this wallet and transfer some coins. Now, as you can see, the wallet is locked. First, as you can see, it's a completely new wallet. Nothing is inside this wallet. But here we can see under help debug window, we have a good connection. So, and we are also at the latest block. So the wallet is completely synced. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is just, copy this, and so that I have the same name. Doesn't matter what you write. Amount I don't need. It's not a stealth address. It's a standard address. Just request payment. And you can see here we have URI and the address, right? I can close this, I can reopen it, and I can see the wallet address. This is the public address, what we need. On some websites or some applications, they require from you the wallet ID. It's kind of misleading, but this is what they are referring to. So basically, whenever you share some information about your wallet, basically, in most of the cases, you just give them the public address, which is this one here. So I'm just gonna copy that one here, add it here, and then just save. This is from my USB stick, so I can just plug it out and plug it in on my laptop, so I can enter this address on my laptop. And the transaction has been just initiated from my laptop. Couple seconds later, I already see this on my other Qt wallet. So this is the speed of this wallet. This is just, let's say, the transaction information which is sent to the network. It is really quick. And then you see here the first confirmation. So it needs around 6 confirmations so that you can say it's safe. It cannot be returned or it cannot be changed anymore. So that's why it's always recommended for you to have 6 confirmations. After that, let's say if someone buys from you something on your web shop, you can program it in a way that it waits for the first 6 confirmation. And after that, you can proceed with the other steps. Send back the confirmation that the payment has been done. All right, so we see it here in the recent transactions. It's not confirmed yet from the Qt wallet, but it is already shown as available. So we can go, basically to the transaction window. You can also go inside with a double click, and you can see the how many confirmations we have. What happens is, so every 30 seconds there will be a new block generated in the Verge blockchain network. You can also follow this here in the debug window, right? So let's put these 2 windows side by side. Okay, so you can see 10 confirmations, and just follow the current block number. Let's put it side by side. So when this number goes up, we will have 11 confirmations. So that means each block will have additional confirmation for our transaction. Okay, we don't see it live, but let's close it, open it again. We see the 11 confirmation. Now we basically need to give or enter the public address of another wallet, and then just send some XVG, and it will go to this wallet. So let's try it again, 10 XVG. We have several options. What we can do is basically just click send, and we can send it. Another option, we can play with the transaction fee. At the moment on Verge network, it's not a big problem. You will need to maybe in some cases increase the fees you pay. Recommended one is 0.1 XVG per kilobyte. You can say for this transaction I want to pay 1 XVG. A simple transaction is around 1 kilobyte, even less, like half a kilobyte. In some cases it can be more, it can be less. The size of the transaction depends on the input you use for your transaction. Input doesn't mean the amount of the coin. Quick example, let's say I have received from 5 different people 100 XVG each, and I want to send 500 XVG to someone, 100 XVG each. These coins are the outputs of the previous transactions which I have received from different people. Those outputs will be used as input in my transaction, right? So the wallet or the software is not sending 500 XVG. The wallet is sending 100 XVG received from person A, 100 XVG received from person B, in total from 5 persons. So the transaction information also includes this output information from each person. That's why if you are sending, if you are making a transaction and you have so many smaller values that you have received, then the size of the transaction grows. Even though the coins are not too much, but you have so many small amounts of XVGs you have received, the size of the transaction grows, right? The most basic example for this is the mining wallets. So let's leave it in the on the recommended option and just enter our password. Okay, I entered the wrong password. Enter it again. It's showing us again what we are doing. Send it out. So this is basically it. This is the basic send transaction function. Now let's go back to receive section, and here we are going to test stealth address. Let's copy this one. So we have the same name. We don't have to write any message, and then we just say generate native stealth address and request payment. Now we can see that it takes a little longer. It's also asking our password, right? And the URI and the address is not that short address, as we can see here, compared to the other standard public addresses. This is a little bit longer. The reason for this is that this address is not just a public address. It consists of public view key and public spend key. So I just copy this one and then put it here. I will pass this address to my second Qt wallet. And what I'm going to do is just send the coins to this address. All right, so the transaction is now out. Now we can see the transaction here. There is an interesting thing about this transaction. So we can see we are receiving coins to this address, but this address is this one here. This is the public address. This is what people see. So if I'm going to enter here, then I see the block explorer and I enter it here. This block explorer also works with a wallet in the background, and this wallet did not receive this transaction info yet, right? So it's gonna take some time. On the blockchain, it doesn't show all this information, right? It is only showing this public address. It shows this as a simple transaction. The reason for that is that through that you will be able to hide this address, and this address here is a one-time public address. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this address, right, and enter the same address again on the Qt wallet on my laptop, and let's see if it's if the public address that the coins will be sent to is the same. Now we can already see it here. So let's check it. Okay. It is this address and S in the end. It's different. It is strange, right? So basically we have entered the same stealth address on the Qt wallet on my laptop, but the public address that the coins are being sent to are different. What you see here is basically the reason why we have the stealth address. You can generate an address, you can put this address on your website, and people will be able to send coins to this address. One person will send to this address and another person will send to this address. So these people will not be able to track all the transactions, meaning they will not be able to check your wallet address, and they will not be able to check all other wallets that has sent you coins, and also other people looking to the block explorer, looking to the blockchain, they will not be able to see that all these addresses belong to you. This gives a good amount of privacy for the receiver side. Let's try to get a stealth address from my Qt wallet on my laptop and then enter it here and see how it looks like from this end. Okay, I have now the address. Okay, that's the right length. Go to send, enter here 10, just send. I think, the reason why it takes a couple more seconds is because it's also doing some calculations in the background. I don't know if you can see it here. Whenever you are curious, it's also for me the first time, to check this. You can always go to application data, roaming, and Verge here, the debug window, because you can follow what the wallet is doing. So it is really interesting to see. Let's say, just throw it out, click send again. Okay, this time I think it has already done the calculation. I'm not sure if this last step has something to do with this calculation. All right, but let's for now don't focus on that. Just enter the password, say yes. Now you can see, it's not from our end, from the sending perspective, it's not different. It has here two things. The one thing, it's already calculated, this address, coins are being sent to this address. Whenever we send some coins to a stealth address, we are sending basically to a new public address. From the receiver side, the receiver is not able to actually see the coins as quick. Their wallet needs to do something. And for that, you can see here, there is something happening in the background. And our Qt wallet is checking this transaction, is also checking if this transaction is related to our stealth address, right? So it's just basically checking if it's related to the stealth address we have. If it's related, if it's confirmed, then this transaction is added to our transaction list. Then it means we have all the necessary information to be able to spend this the coins that is being received. Basically, this is the process. This is some additional work for the wallet. That's why the wallet is checking in the background all the transactions. Now we are going to see how we can export and import our private keys. The first step will be showing you how to export the private keys. I'm going to go to help, debug window, to console. So first I'm going to write help because I don't know what I need to write exactly. Then actually I remember it was something like dump private key. Okay, I'm just gonna write enter because I don't know what else I need to write. It says basically write this. Okay, I copy it, enter here, and then I need the address. Okay, I need the address. I could take the stealth address or normal address. Let's take the normal address first. I write here. It gives error because we need to unlock the wallet first. Okay, to unlock it, we need to write wallet passphrase, right? Okay, we write wallet passphrase. We enter. Then we see how to write wallet passphrase. Here, there's a good example. Unlock the wallet for 60 seconds. Okay. I just copy this one. Verge CLI. I don't need it. This is what I would write on the command line, but this time I don't need it because I'm already on the Qt wallet. Okay, our pass was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna write 600 so we have more time. All right. Now you can also see with the up and down arrow keys, you could also get back to the lines, to the text we have already written and entered. So I can enter this one. Okay, I can see a private key. I'm going to just exit here, This is basically, you know, the step for exporting private keys. I'm gonna back this wallet up. Okay, I'm gonna write here. I'm gonna write wallet 2, or let's say 3. That's the third wallet I've opened already. It doesn't matter what I write. Okay, I just say save and then I close this one. Okay. Then the next step is going to the users Neumann application data roaming Verge wallets, and then I delete this one. So my wallet is gone. But I have already backed it up, so I'm not worrying about this. Okay, what we are doing now is generating a complete new wallet, and then we are going to enter this private key. Just by entering this private key, that the coins from the other wallet will appear here. Some of you, just recover your wallet with the Wallet.dat file and also with your password, but you need to also remember that there is also this way. You can just export your private keys from a different wallet. It could be, just Electrum wallet, Android wallet, or iOS wallet. And you are going to be able to import the private keys here. Another important thing is you are able to import the private keys from a different wallet and use the same private keys on 2 different wallets. The network or the software doesn't tell you, okay, this private key is already entered to a different wallet. It doesn't say it. So basically it allows you to use private key on different wallets. Basically I'm going to do the same thing, even though if it's, taking some more time, I'm going to give the same key here, right? So that's the the most important part, and you should always do it. That's why I'm doing it. Okay, the wallet is closed. Let's go and open it again. All right, so now the wallet is locked. Simple new wallet. I'm just gonna go to debug window. The wallet is completely synced. This is the latest block. And I have 1 connection at the moment. So the connection will grow, I guess, rapidly. But that's the first connection at the moment. So I can start working already on my wallet. Okay, I go to console and I write wallet passphrase, and here my pass. And I can say 600. Right, so the wallet is unlocked for 600 seconds. And now I can say import private key. Let's say enter and see how I can do it. Okay, so this is basically how I should write it, right? And don't just write this, but just take a look on that and then try to understand. So this is the first thing we have to write as it is. Private key is basically this private key. Okay, I replace it, and there is a label if I need it, but I don't need it. I can say this was from this was the standard address from wallet 3, right? So it's a good reminder. And then the rescan option. Actually, we can take this out. How do I know it? Is because it's there are some examples here. Basically, I'm gonna do similar. So what we can do with rescan is basically say false, or we can, I think, say just rescan. If we say rescan, what the wallet does, it starts from the block number 0 and goes through every single block. It takes around 2 hours. I wouldn't suggest you to do this. What I would suggest for you to do is, just let's copy this so it doesn't disappear. Just check this, block, And you can make a guess, you can say this wallet has received coins maybe up from block number 4.2 million. So I don't have to go start scanning the wallet from 2014, but I can start from 4.2 million, which is almost maybe 9 months old. Much quicker for me to do. So when I go back to console, my code is here. Then I'm gonna say 4.2 million. And then enter. Okay, it doesn't work like this. Somehow it disappeared. Okay, I don't have this option. I think first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna write first false. You can see the message, result, private key has been successfully imported. So this private key has some coins, it is important, but we don't see anything. The wallet has to go through the blocks and find out transactions directed to this wallet. So it needs to find out, see how many coins has been sent to this wallet, and also how many coins has been sent out. Okay, for that we need rescan blockchain. We want to do something like this, 4.2 million. And I think it's going to work here. Yes, it's much quicker. So you can see that we are starting from 4.2 million. So we don't have to go through we don't have to start from scratch from 0 and go all the way to 4.6, 4.7 million. Okay, now you can see that the starting height, the starting block was 4.2 million, and then it scanned until the last block, and then it also revealed all the transactions related to this private key, that the private key we have already imported. Okay, so now we know how it works. There is also another trick I want to show you. Just as an example, so you can also do this one for yourself. Just take the address, not the private key, but the public address of the wallet you want to import. What you can do, you can go to Block Explorer and just enter that address. And then you can see the transactions and the block heights of those transactions. Right, so the first transaction happened 16 December, 16 December, 16 December. And from here we can go to the first transaction. Okay, let's close these ones. The first transaction and the last transaction related to this wallet. Go to block hash, go to block hash, and this height and this height are basically the heights I would actually write here. This is the first one. I think I need to put this one here, and the next one I would put, go one block earlier, here one block later, and then it just scans only the blocks in between. So I would suggest, if you have some address, really old one from 2017 or something, go find on the Explorer the first and the last transaction and only take a look on between these blocks. So basically you have the complete blockchain database, but you don't have to go through the complete database. Maybe you need only a time frame of 5% of the blocks. And then the whole rescanning function will be carried out, will be executed much quicker. It will take only a couple of minutes instead of 2 hours. This is especially important for Bitcoin because there you have a huge database. You have over 300 gigabyte of blockchain, and it would be crucial to find out the first and the last transaction and then just scan it only on this area. So now we have seen import, export, private keys. Another function that we wanted to see, locking the wallet. You can lock the wallet here. You can go to debug window, lock and unlock the wallet with wallet passphrase. I think wallet lock just locks the wallet. Wallet passphrase is unlocking the wallet. Of course, you need also the time frame. Accessing the command line we have seen already. So this is the command line. Whenever you want to access, go to help, see the functions. The most used functions are like wallet lock, wallet passphrase, dump private key. This is basically exporting the private key. If you don't know what else to write, this is not the complete thing you need to write. You need to write some more. Just check it, see some examples, copy only this, show, and then add your address. You will get your private key. Or import. So this is basically it for accessing the command line for the most important functions. Checking the connections, we have done it already. You go to help debug window, and here under information you can see how many connections we have in total. But here under peers you see all the connections here, and you can also see to which wallet versions we are connected to. Some more detailed information here. This is basically it for the connection checking. If you want to see some other functionalities, and if you are having trouble with any functionality, just write down in the comment section. I'm gonna try to answer your questions or make another video showing those functionalities. With that, we have seen all the functionalities shown in the usage section. And with that, we finish the first part of the comprehensive Qt wallet guide. If you have any further questions, if you didn't understand any parts covered here, just write them on the comment section. I'm gonna go through, answer your questions. All right, thank you for tuning in, and see you later.